As someone that works with seniors during their retirement years, I have seen and I've heard a lot. Today, I just want to share with you a few pieces of advice that I have heard from the retirees that are, a little bit more seasoned, been retired for about 4 or 5 years, that have told me about what they have seen and what they have struggled with. That way, you're able to prepare yourself for the retirement that you wish for yourself. We need to start ripping off the band-aid and just talk about the obvious, your finances. If your finances are where they need to be, your retirement can be really seamless. Of course, there's going to be a few issues that come up, but not as bad if you didn't do the preparation leading up to this point. That means during your retirement years, you're not going to want to have to pay for extra things that will be taking out of your income now that you don't have a job. So this is where things get tough. Because during these retirement years, you need to think about your medical bills, dental bills, insurance premium, property taxes, and if you're not ready for this, it can feel like you're barely treading water. If you're not working a job anymore, if you're not working as many hours that you actually can qualify for health insurance anymore, or life insurance, or whatever benefits they gave you, you're gonna have to start looking into individual health insurance. Tired, I have seen it a lot. A spouse has a health plan because they're still working, the other one's retired, but then finds out that, oh wait, the plan that they have isn't actually going to qualify this other person for whatever reason. So then they're out and about not having medical insurance for about a year or two when they're transitioning onto Medicare. So it's just like one of those things where you want to be prepared before you're in that position. Once you become Medicare age, you're going to have to find out, are you wanting to enroll into Medicare early, or do you want to delay it? That way you're able to get the most bang out of your buck? Or do you feel like it's most necessary to start activating that Part B and then get an Advantage plan, and that way you can start reaping the benefits? But with that being said, during this retirement phase of your life, unfortunately, it's just a sad reality. There's going to be a lot of health expenses with a lot of lab work, specialists, diagnoses. Taking care of your health is a major priority at this time of your life. And not to mention the cost of homes. Geez, oh my goodness. No one really thinks about how much work it takes to make repairs to your home and do upgrades as you get older. You're not in your 40s anymore. You're going to start needing to put up rails on everything and baby proofing, senior proofing everything around your house. We've had a few natural disasters here in America recently, and it's only the beginning of 2025. And I mean, good Lord, there's no way of preventing these things from happening. And if you're an older person that's living on fixed income, hopefully you have something else going for you. But even if you do, having your house burned down or accidents happen, what could go wrong will go wrong. You need to prepare yourself for that. I briefly touched on it with talking about property taxes, but that's a major expense people in their retirement years don't really think about. Sometimes smaller is better because of the fact that with less things that you own, the less you worry about, the less you're stressed. I have seen it firsthand, people living in multi-million-dollar homes that choose to downsize in a home that's cost about $200,000. That way they don't have to worry about cleaning such a grandiose of a house. And you're able to use that money to, if you're not already at Medicare age, but let's say you're about 55 years old, you're able to let that continue to compound. That way when you're you can start pulling from Social Security, you have your Social Security and your investments going at the same time. That way you're able to double down on the amount of income that you can be receiving during your retirement years. I know throughout this video, it seems really complex, that there's a lot of different things that you have to think about for your retirement. But I mean, if you really want anything worthwhile in life, you have to look at it for more than 5 minutes. Draw up a retirement plan, talk about your priorities, your goals. Who do you plan on being once you're, in your 70s? What do you see yourself doing on a daily basis? What type of communities do you want to be involved in? Because with these retirees, I would see that they would get really into hobbies such as traveling or being a part of a community organization, like being more affiliated with their churches. But it's really up to an individual what they're doing in their free time. This all sounds really overwhelming. Believe me, as someone that works with people to help plan their retirements for them, it is a lot. So it's really important that you start making the roadmap of where you want to be at. That way you're not having to struggle once you're, 2, 3, 4, 5 years out and really have to, come up with a plan with whatever you got, the cards that you're dealt, and, use that to set up your retirement. It's much better if you're able to, prepare yourself 15, 20 years out and make sure that, hey, this is what the life I want to have, this is how we're going to get there, and have someone set that roadmap up for you. That way you're able to achieve the goals that you want to have by the time you're in your golden years.